guys! Welcome to our vlog. Kamusta kayo? For those of you who are new, my name is ChiChi and I would like to welcome you all to my channel. I do share our life experiences here in New Zealand, and recently I have been sharing informative information about the latest news in the country, especially those who are interested to come here in New Zealand. For tonight, dapat patulog na ako. As you can see, I'm on my sleepwear. I'm in the bedroom. But all of a sudden, dahil hot na hot ang working holiday visa at may darating na opening ng AEWV, pumasok sa isip ko na gumawa ako ng vlog with regards things that people should know before coming to New Zealand. In my case, I was pretty lucky because I had my sister working here prior me coming over. Kaya medyo na-orient na niya ako. And this time, I think it's my time to pay it forward para sa inyo na mga walang kakilala dito at first time nalilipad papuntang New Zealand. Just sit back and relax and keep on watching. Guys, I would like to remind you that everything I'll be sharing here are based on my personal experience and from information that I have gathered from my friends. So kung meron po akong nakalimutan, hindi ko nabanggit, please don't forget to comment it down below para ma-share po natin sa ating mga viewers. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't be shy, click that button so you'll be updated on the latest. Okay, let's start. And I'm pretty sure, or most probably, you've heard about the population of people versus the population of sheep here in New Zealand. As of June last year, there are 5.1 million people in New Zealand versus 25.97 million sheep in the country. And a little FYI then, farming or agriculture is actually New Zealand's biggest industry. Another information, the locals of New Zealand are called New Zealanders or Kiwis, while there is another group of people called the Maoris. Meron silang sariling language and they are part of tribes. Malalaman ninyo yan kapag nabasa nyo yung New Zealand history, which I won't be covering here anymore. You can easily Google. Nabanggit ko dun sa vlog ko before na New Zealand dollars yung currency ng pera dito. So I would advise you to have your currency, if it's not New Zealand dollars, to be exchanged into New Zealand dollars when you arrive here. Or, as I've said, pwede rin naman US dollars and then papalitan nyo na lang sa airport dito. But I think it would be more wise if you go through a money exchange place compared to having your money exchange in a bank kasi medyo mas mababa yung palitan nila. One of the vital things to survive here in New Zealand is communication. As we all know, they speak English. For the Maori tribes, they do have their own language. And there is actually something special with the Kiwi accent. Kakaiba siya. So it seems to be a mixture of accents at saka it's more laid back, it's more relaxed. Like, for example, yung letter I pwedeng maging na sound. For example, we normally say fish and chips, but you might hear fish and chips here. Also, yung letter I nila, nagiging letter I yung sound. For example, yung bed, bed. Tapos yung yes, yes. Mga ganun. When I first came here, so I was at work, and then my colleague asked me, "Can I please borrow your pin?" And then, naisip ko, safety pin. Kasi pin yung sinabi niya. Tapos sinabi ko, "I'm sorry, I don't have a pin." And then she pointed on my shirt. Kasi merong pen na nakasabit dyan. So, yun pala yung ibig niyang sabihin. Hanggang sa naging familiar na ako, and for sure, maninibago din kayo, but later on, as you communicate with people, especially the locals, they've got different sounds depending on which part of the country they come from. Magigets nyo na din yun in the future. Masasanay na din kayo. And wag na wag kayong mahihiyang magsabi ng pardon, or can you please repeat that, kung hindi nyo talaga naiintindihan. Kasi, importante talaga na nagkakaintindihan kayo ng kausap ninyo. Especially at work, it's very crucial. Hindi naman pwedeng yes kayo ng yes, tapos hindi nyo pala naiintindihan. And you'll find out as well that the locals might be doing the same to you. There might be a different way of delivering the sentence compared sa pag-deliver nila locally. Kaya wag kayong mahihiya, guys, and remember that communication is very important. Speaking of communication, mahilig din sila sa slang. So, meron silang iba-ibang tawag, especially for Filipinos. We are so used with the American English, but here they're using British English. Kaya yung tawag nila sa gas, petrol, tawag nila sa cooler, chili bin, tawag nila sa flip-flops, jandals, ganon. Meron din sila yung pretty common na slang. Marinig nyo, yan ah. So, hindi mo alam kung yes ba yun or no ba yun. But if somebody answered you with yena or yena, ibig sabihin nun, no thank you. Another thing, as I've mentioned in my vlog as well before, the weather is very unpredictable. Kaya dapat ready kayo lagi kapag lalabas kayo. Pwedeng mainit, mamaya magiging windy, o kaya biglang magiging cloudy, o biglang uulan, o biglang sunny ulit. Kaya dapat meron kayong baon na payong sa bag ninyo if ever. Speaking of payong, in the Philippines, we are so used of using an umbrella anywhere. Either if it's sunny, if it's just drizzling yung umaambon, or kapag syempre, pag umuulan, gagamit ka ng payong. So, dito, hindi sila mapayong, guys. Hindi ko alam kung dahil ba yung wind, malakas yung wind sometimes, nababaliktad lang naman yung payong mo. So, dito sila, pagka kunyari umaambon, nagpapaambon talaga sila. Tapos kapag maaraw, hindi sila nagpapayong. I remember there was someone who approached us. We were walking and then it was a sunny day. And then somebody approached us and asked, How come you're using an umbrella? And tapos sabi namin na, because it's hot. Tapos natawa lang sila, ganon. Hindi naman offensive na natawa. But maybe because it's pretty unusual for them, kaya natawa sila. Kaya, yun. Another story to share yun, guys. Yung sun nila dito is very, very hot. And that is actually because they've got a very thin layer of the Earth's ozone layer. Kaya very harmful yung sun nila dito. Ang advice ko, even if you think it's going to be just a cool day, pero basta may araw, you should always protect yourselves by putting on sunscreen sa exposed areas ng body ninyo and especially sa face ninyo. Kung ayaw nyong magka-wrinkles agad. Kasi talagang mainit, guys. Na kung napanood nyo yung vlogs ko before, nabanggit ko na yun na parang nasa loob kayo ng oven. Ganun siyang kainit. Hindi tulad sa Pilipinas na medyo humid lang. Dito, guys, talagang parang sunog na sunog talaga kayo. Kaya, protect yourselves with sunscreen. And if it's your first time to come here to New Zealand, make sure that you've got your accommodation sorted even before you arrive. Ang mahal ng accommodation kung mag-hotel kayo, guys. Kaya please take that out of your option. If you know somebody in here, ask help. Baka matulungan kayong makahanap ng room where you can live. And if not, there would be websites available online where you can actually search for room for rent. And yung rent nila dito can be paid either weekly, fortnightly, or monthly. Depende na yun sa agreement ninyo ng landlord ninyo. Don't expect na mura siya dahil of course, if you would convert it, it would be expensive compared if renting a room in the Philippines. And if you've got a driver's license from your home country, as long as it is in English, you can actually use it here in New Zealand for 12 months or 1 year. That would be counted from the day of your arrival in the country. I think it is really good of the New Zealand Transport Agency to give you enough time to be familiar with the road rules and driving here in the country. Ang roads in New Zealand, zigzag. Sometimes they'll come across roads that are narrow, tas zigzag. And of course, ang driving ay nasa right-hand side. Kaya kung sanay kayo sa left, mag-practice kayo and I'm sure you'll get through it. Just make sure before your driver's license expire ay mag-apply na kayo ng exam for a New Zealand driver's license. Meron yan yung theory exam, tapos yung practical driving exam. And if you're working here in New Zealand, decide on which bank you'd like to open an account. Importante na meron kayong bank account. And then it's pretty basic. They'll just require for your identification, most probably your passport, and just be prepared with other supporting documents. And just follow whatever your bank requires from you. After that one, make sure that you apply for an IRD number. Now, you can get this one through online, or there is a form which you can get from your local post shop. Just fill it in and then babayaran nyo lang siya doon. And then ipaprocess na yun. You'll receive a letter in your mailbox with information about your IRD number. Guys, wag ninyong kakalimutan yung IRD number, because if you've started earning already and you haven't got this number, you will pay a higher percentage of tax, which is 45% ng sahod ninyo. So, malaki yun, guys. Make sure that you've got your bank account, you've got your IRD sorted before starting your day 1 at work. With regards healthcare, guys, if bago pa lang kayo dito sa New Zealand, you would need to get everything from your own pocket. Kaya importante po na meron po kayong medical insurance prior to arriving here. Just double check it with any insurance company that you choose before you leave for New Zealand. Like me, guys, when I arrived back in April 2014, after a few months, November 2014, na-diagnose ako to have appendicitis. So, the night was pretty rough. Ang sakit talaga ng tiyan ko. I took paracetamol, nagranitid din, nagmaylanta. Nothing worked. So, in the morning, punta kami ng hospital, emergency room. Kasama ko yung friend ko. Ako pa nag-drive. Kaganyan ako, sakit, ganyan. And then, binayaran namin sa ED was over $400+. So, sorted na yon. And then, sinabihan ako, I needed to be admitted. Kasi, kailangan akong operahan dahil baka mag-rupture, which is more of a trouble. So, no choice ang lola nyo, edi pa-admit tayo, surgery, ganun. So, umabot yung hospital bill ko, I think nearly $5,000, and that was only overnight. Pero the good thing was, yung hospital bill ko, pwede ko siyang bayaran overtime. So, hindi siya yung isang bagsakan. Kaya medyo na-relieve naman ako noon. Kaya ang ginawa ko noon, nung nakabalik na ako sa work, nagbabayad ako every fortnight kasi yung sahod namin every fortnight. So, nagbabawas ako ng $100. So, ilang years ko din yung pinuno, but thank goodness natapos naman na and wala naman complications yung surgery ko. Kaya make sure, guys, meron kayong medical insurance before coming here in New Zealand. Okay, guys, I think it's getting too late here. Don't forget to comment down below kung meron kayong mga suggestions na content. And of course, kung meron man akong nakalimutan ngayon dahil gabi na, please comment down below. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for supporting me. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, and ingat kayo lagi. Bye-bye!